Hey, yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Crypto After Dark. I am Professor Keith, Carolina Keith, Keith the Simp, whatever you want to call me. What a day. Is the audio working? Yes, the audio is working. I see the little meter bouncing back and forth over there, so I know it's working. Slightly change the camera angle. Why did it do that? Well, it kind of blocks my screen over here with the streaming software, and I can't see the buttons behind it, and it's super frustrating not being able to see the buttons. Plus, this way I can kind of see the messages a little bit better over here on the right, and I can kind of get to what you're saying a little bit more clearly and quickly. We got some interesting stuff to talk about tonight. I want to break down the dominance charts to kind of show you the total market cap and kind of speak on what I see here trend wise. Because lately, the last couple days, what we've seen the last couple days is a bit of a trend change, right? We've seen things change a little for the positive. Hold on a second. There we go. We've seen things change a little for the positive, but the problem is it just looks like a short-term temporary relief bounce to me. And I'm not sure that that's good enough. Honestly, to me right now, this looks a little bit like an upward continuation for more downtrend. And until I see evidence of that, that's kind of what I got to stick with. So let's see who's here first. If you haven't done so, man, go hit like button. Why not? It's free. If you hit like, more people hit like. The more people that hit like, the more YouTube pushes us up to the top and the more people we can help, because we do this to help people. These streams are free. They cost nothing to watch and learn, comment, ask questions. Everybody in the blue over here kind of try to help you out where they can. They're moderators and they're admins from our Discord, our 786 Assassins Discord, and our 786 Mafia, which is everybody else. So, fire away. Let me see who was all here first. Ron Poteet was first. Good to see you, Ron. He messaged in this chat at like 10 minutes after I posted the stream. Danny Carney says, need to get up early to beat Ron here, LOL. That's true, bro. Ron's quick. Studying crypto charts just to get on what I can see in the link posted, because I'll be out till later. Awesome, dude. Frog with a hat, what's up? What's up? What's up, Stifler? Good to see you. Electric Ken, what's up, dude? Big Country, Educated Dummy, Rope-a-Dope, awesome name. Ghost Guy, what's up? Gabo, what's up? Good to see you. Sven Weber, hello, everyone. Hope all is well. Hello to you, brother. Good to see you. Stack and J, what's up, Stack and J? That's a cool name. Yes, my nails are still painted, and I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you. Isham, what's up? Terry Brennan, Lou D-O-double-G, what's up, my friend? Jag, what's up, dude? Good to see you. What's up, Groot? Hey, yo, he says. Aspiring adult, remember to stay an aspiring adult. Never become one. It sucks. U-Boat, good to see you, brother. Tony the Node Savage. By the way, Tony the Node Savage has his own private one-on-ones. If you can't wait a month and a half to get on mine, I understand. It's a month and a half. Kind of takes a while. I'm sorry. If you can't wait a month and a half, Tony the Node Savage can help you out. He also does one-on-ones. I'm working on getting that set up for him in the Discord. Just click on his little link and it'll hop right to it. He'll share the thing now for you probably so you can do it. Hold on, I'm going to try to say this. Hyperopygmyopia. I think I got that right. Says, what's up? Good to see you. Thomas Gallthorne, Shorty Guzman, Day Singh. Danny Carney just posted 786 Unlimited for everyone to be able to click on. All of our information starts there. What's up, Kelly Slade? Good to see you. MD Tall, he says, hello all. What's up, brother? So let's look at these dominance charts. I want to start on the high time frame. I've got the daily pulled up here. I just wanted to exacerbate a little bit on the fact that I see this daily trend continuing here. What I mean by that is it's under two different trend lines. When I say it's under two different trend lines, what does that mean? It means that we've made nothing but consistent lower highs each day, and that's the closings. We've made lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows. And it doesn't take a rocket mathematician to understand that when you make lower and lower, that's not great. We'd like higher and higher, not lower and lower. Fair enough? So when we see this, we must try our best to adapt to the problem and fix it. Well, what do we see now? The adaptation tells us nothing but more down. If we draw a simple line following this trend, multiple hits, multiple lower highs and lower lows, followed by an extreme lower high and lower low, we see that this trend hasn't broken, and it wouldn't break until it broke this red line over here. Furthermore, if we take a step back from the daily and we look at the high time frames, which is what everyone likes to say TA doesn't do, which is inaccurate, by the way. Technical analysis works on all time frames. And in fact, you could argue that it's more it's more accurate on a higher time frame. So if we're doing this high time frame, what do we see? We see the same thing. There's that short-term downtrend line that I just spoke about a moment ago. Furthermore, we have an upper trend line up here. I'll erase this one for the moment so it's easier to see here. For the time being, we have this upper trend line as well. Now, it's not perfect. I didn't include that one little wick, and we can step down to the weekly here and kind of see why I didn't. On a weekly, it lines up a little better, okay? So trying to split hairs is kind of unnecessary. The point is, it's all lower and lower and lower. If we're using the rules of the 8 and 21 exponential moving average, which say 2 closes under the 21 EMA is a sale, or you're working on your second candle closed underneath the 21 EMA now. And that's on a high time frame, not a low time frame. This would concur to me that this is a downtrend and we're only going to continue it. In fact, to give you some quick guesstimate on price action, because I'm no crystal ball holder, I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers, folks. I only have some of them. I can tell you what the price action is likely to do here, okay? Likely what we're going to have is some short-term relief, which will look a little something like this, okay? Going to follow up and hit this 21 EMA, which I will make purple for you so it's easier to understand there. You're liable to hit that 21 exponential moving average and fail, okay? It's done it a million times over on a million different charts. Could it hop over this moving average here and come up a little higher? Well, sure it could. Sure it could come up here and go a little higher. Is there any evidence that that's going to happen? No. And what evidence might I be speaking of? Let's dig a little deeper and find out. Here's our MACD, which is just a secondary indicator that lags. It's a lagging indicator. I'll be the first to admit it's a lagging indicator. It should be used after your leading indicators. And you can pick your own leading indicators. I particularly care to use the 8 and the 21 exponential moving average. Why? Because it works. It's fairly accurate. It's fairly quick. And I can make a lot of money using it. Let my portfolio be the example for you. My portfolio is listed. I just realized there's a shadow. There we go. My portfolio is listed in the unlimited chat in the Discord. Don't have access to the unlimited chat in the Discord? Feel free to sign up for Patreon. Sign up for Patreon and you can get unlimited access to the Discord and you can see my portfolio as well as anyone else who would like to show out their portfolios to everyone else and show them what they're doing. My stuff's out in the open. I'll be glad to tell you that I started this with a very small amount of money and I made a lot more. I'll put it that way. You can do the math and you can look and see how much I've done. I've lamped on the microphone. You can see how much done. You can see how well I've done, okay? I'm not bragging. I'm telling you, you can do the same. If I wanted to brag, I would talk about it and flaunt it all the time. And I don't do that. I don't like the egos in the space. It's not cool. So either way, this secondary indicator is doing nothing but pointing down here. There's nothing good about this indicator at all. It all says down. All right, if we look at our RSI, we have a similar sentiment. As you see, nothing but lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows. It's not great. In fact, all down. And if I go to the weekly, you can kind of see what I was going for here with that red line. We've got nothing but lower highs and lower lows across the board here. We go down to daily, it's the same situation. Nothing but lower highs and lower lows across the board. You do have some short-term moves up here on the daily chart. But if we look at those high time frames, which we've talked about before, they kind of trump that low time frame. You're going to see it, folks. It's not great looking. Now, does that mean that we're not going to get some short-term buys here and a chance to make some money in the interim? Of course we could. Of course we could. This high time frame tells me we're probably going to go down more. Our support levels are way down here. Weekly support and monthly support. And why do I call them that? Because right here you see a candle reversal, candle body reversal on the monthly chart here. And if you look at the weekly, it's a little higher. Okay, it's a little higher on the weekly, and I'll click on that so you can see it a little quicker. This will be your next point of reference. Is it likely to fall that far? I'm not a crystal ball reader. I don't really know. Can it fall that far? Yes. If it breaks what little resistance it has up here, and I'll be happy to tell you there is some more support here. Okay, there's a weekly support line there. As you see, it got very close to touching it. Perhaps we test that again. Okay. Could we hold this line? Yes, we very much could. I'd love to see it happen. Okay. If it can't hold this, this is our next level, folks, which is 704 billion. We are currently at 1.2 billion. Do the math. That's a 40% farther fall. Where would that money come from? Would that come from Bitcoin, Ethereum, or the rest of the market? We don't really know that either. And anyone who tells you that they do know that is lying to you. I don't bullshit you here, and I don't do generalities, and I don't guess. I like to be as legit as I can. What I can tell you right now is that things don't look so great. And while they may look good in the daily aspect, let's not forget the weekly, okay? I want to go through and show you a couple weekly charts here. A couple daily charts here that do look better than some others, okay? But I got to leave you with the stipulation here that even though that we're looking at daily charts, even though that we see that daily charts may be telling us buy, if you're under a trend line, it is absolutely crucial that you're willing to take profits if you're going to buy here. If you're not willing to take profits at this trend line, that very well may fail, as it's done nothing but fail for over 6 months now, working on 7 months. If it's not going to break this trend line, you must be willing to take profits if you plan on buying anytime soon. Because if you don't, you are heavily risking a downtrend. Heavily risking and betting against the downtrend is a bad idea, okay? Could you catch the absolute bottom here? You might. Is that worth the risk to you? If that's worth the risk to you, fine. As a TA person, as a chart guy, I'm telling you, for me, it's not worth the risk. I'm not a financial advisor, not financial advice, of course. I'm just telling you what I see on the charts. While the daily may have a little bit of weight here, the monthly and weekly look really bad. Okay, really bad. Some assets look better or worse than others, but the crypto market in general looks down or sideways at best. Now, let's look at those daily charts. I want to show you a couple real quick that kind of stood out and were talked about a bit in the Discord. Here you are. Here's waves. As you see, waves came down here. I'll pull this over a bit. Waves came down here and almost perfectly bounced off of the 1272 Fibonacci take profit line. And since this was a downward move, instead of taking profits, you would look to purchase here. You would look to buy these three lines rather than sell them, because this is a downtrend. We want to try to find the bottom here. That's the whole purpose of Fibonacci retracement. It gives you predetermined lines. And waves bounced perfectly off of one of the three lines. A potential strategy for people to use if they're looking to use Fibonacci retracement for buys and sells. Each one of the lines is in a percentage for you buy sell. Perhaps the way you can do this is, if it comes down to take profit lines here, and this is a downtrend, perhaps reversing into an uptrend, you buy a certain percentage here. To be basic terms here, 33%, then 33%, then 33%. If it doesn't go all the way through and you don't get all of them in, that's okay, because you de-risked by not going full bore here, all buy all the way. You only did partially a partial buy. Secondly, if you want to put more money in here, you can, but no matter what, you got something in. So if it does shoot up like this, great. You got a little bit of percentage that you made. You didn't lose, and you made something. And I've said it 100 times on here. $1 profit is more dollars than you had to start with. 95% of crypto investors are losing money right now because they refuse to sell. And when they do sell, they sell at the wrong times. This is why we do these streams, okay? This is why we're trying to help people the best we can to try to get the most information out that we can the best way possible. Now, if you're looking at waves here, it did come down and hit a take profit line, correct? Maybe you bought here, and I'm being hypothetical because I didn't buy this. So now that we've potentially found a bottom, we can do a potential Fibonacci retracement. We can start at the top here and work our way to the bottom. This downtrend potentially reversed to an uptrend. So now there are key points that we're looking to break along the way, okay? As you see, we've already broken through the 236. We have two closes over the 8 and 21 EMA. However, we don't have an EMA cross here yet. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm not buying this, and I want to wait for this cross to happen. Why is that? Because this is a bear market, not a bull market. In a bull market, I would like to buy two candles closed over the 8 EMA. But this is not a bull market. Again, it's a bear market. And if that's the case, I got to take less risks. I have to take less risks. And those less risks are going to include waiting on crossings to happen, even if I miss a few percent. It's not worth the risk to me. I'm smart enough to see this high time frame looks bad. And I don't want to risk all my money trying to catch a falling knife. I'd rather not. I'm risk adverse in that aspect. So while I do see 821 potential cross coming, it hasn't happened yet. Furthermore, where could this go? Well, we see the next resistance level, first of all, is right about in here where it's getting hit at now. Right? This is a little support resistance area that it broke earlier and now has to break through. That just so happens to be this exact range between 236 and 382 on the Fibonacci retracement. Lines up pretty well if you ask me. So if you're asking me where the next potential target would be, it needs to hold 792 and it needs to break 1180. If I'm not mistaken, the pivots shift tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. The pivots have not shifted yet and they will soon. Right here you see the pivot is pretty much dead over the price. So this is still bearish. Still bearish. Furthermore, we have an indicator of the custom indicator scripts that I believe China Matt wrote. Thank you, China Matt. I believe he wrote the script that goes for these forward pivots. The pivots are a mathematical equation, and he was able to write a script that helps us with that. Here you are with these pivots. The next daily pivot is likely to be $8.49. That's not a given. That's a likely. It's likely it's $8.49. That would be under the next pivot. Still bearish in that aspect. Now, every chart's going to have a different pivot level, and those are estimations. They're not perfect. But to give you an example there, it very well may stay bearish here. So be very careful. All right. Another one that was talked a lot about lately by a few different people was ADA or Cardano. I had a few different people message me. I'm not calling anyone out, but a couple people said they really want to get in Cardano because they really like the project, potentially making a lot of money down the future. I'm not that way. I could care less about all that. I want to see what the chart says, whether it's a buy or sell. This chart particularly fell a long way. All right. It fell a long way. Let's do a measurement on how far. From this level to here was about 69% to with the wick that it took. And even the last few days of the downtrend here was 60%. Okay. That's a long way to wait to sell. Okay. The last sell signal was up here at April 10th, 22. Okay. Told you to sell. And from that particular spot, you're currently down 43%. Again, that's a long way to wait to sell. I would have rather sold here and saved the 43% on the way down and tried to rebuy rather than selling down here. That being said, it's your money. If you want to sell after minus 40% to potentially save from the minus 80%, that's up to you. I will say that crypto is fairly cyclical, meaning that there are cycles here. Okay. This could change, but every bear market has been at least 1.5 to 3 years. We've been in one for a few months. That being said, that can change. I'm all for that changing. I don't think it will, but I don't have a crystal ball. All I can do is tell you what the charts say, and all the charts are bearish. Some daily stuff is happening. We're getting some temporary relief, and if this continues for the next couple days or weeks, which it very well may do, the weekly charts are going to improve on some of those indicators, right? That went way down. But that only sets up more down if they don't break key levels. Key levels would be breaking the 50 fibs, breaking pivots, turning into more bearish scenarios. We just haven't seen any of that yet. I'm happy to report and say when I do see that happen, but it hasn't happened yet. 10 more minutes to go here. Let me check some messages real fast because you guys are talking over here and I don't like ignoring everybody. Should we be trading spot instead of perpetual options on FTX Pro? Or should we use basic FTX? US users can't use FTX Pro. I don't believe you have to use FTX US. And I don't think they have perpetual futures on there. That's spot trading. I recommend that everyone learns to read spot charts before they do futures charts or leverage charts or anything of that nature, because there's so much more risk involved with a leverage or a futures trade than there is with spot trading. You can get absolutely wiped out on futures trading or leverage trading if you're not extremely careful. Recommend that everybody be pretty good at spot trading before they try that. What's up, Mrs. Dummy? Phoebe 50. What's up? Good evening, Frank. What's up, brother? Damn, I'm late. Starting with big text. Joel Galeman, do you do a depth of market for trades? I've tried that before, but we've come up with mixed results at best, trying to read the order books. there is some validity to that. But if you look at the high time frames, it kind of erases that because that's all short-term action. Now, if you're scalping, yes, I take that into account. What's up, Pops? Good to see you, brother. Hung out with him a little bit in Vegas. It was awesome. What's up, Michael? Joel Gavman, what's up? He says, that's why I'm here. Good to see you, brother. A squid said, shadow banned? I don't think it's shadow banned. How would you be shadow banned? If you can, look at 8, please. Much appreciated. We won't do it tonight, but I'll try to do it tomorrow. Also, real quick, everyone, I don't think there'll be a Thursday stream. I think I'm going to have a bunch of kids on Thursday night, and I don't think I'm going to have time to stream because I'm going to be taking care of them. I will put that in the Discord if that's the case. I'll know a little bit soon, but I'm not positive on that, okay? I'll let you know, I promise. I try to let everybody know when there's not going to be a stream because I like to do my shit. I like to get it out there. Darth Labs, what's up, John? Good to see you, brother. Taco Tuesday. Oh, that's copyrighted. Never mind. Tacos Tuesday. Plural. Hi again, my third time tuning in. Do you ever do DeFi coins? Sure. We do DeFi coins all the time. We'll discuss any trade, any chart that looks good on here. I want to change one of my positions. I've been pretty hardcore about not charting dog coins. I'm going to try to do better on that, okay? I realize that we're over the big, massive shoot up. And there was plenty of explanation for why all that happened, and we were able to chart a good bit of it. And you're starting to see the technical show up now. So I'll go back into doing dog coins again. I realize that there's some emotion involved in there, and I probably should be doing them anyway. Just trying not to be one of the trendy boys. I also want to talk a little about Solana, and I believe that's one of those coins that you're talking about as a DeFi coin like Solana. We'll explain the charts on that on the next stream, which will be tomorrow at 1 p.m. For the Europeans, and I hope everyone can tune in. Risk management and Taco Bell was never my strong suit. That's pretty good. Pink. Oh, I'm not going to say that out loud. The day before yesterday, XLM weekly RSI was the lowest it had been since XLM started. Is that a garbage idea to use that? No, it's not a garbage idea. In fact, XRP and many others were all the same. Does that mean the bottom's in? Not necessarily. Remember, the RSI is a lagging indicator, so it could go farther. That RSI could plunge all the way into the depths of hell, as a matter of fact. May or may not happen. If it does, I'm there for it. If it doesn't, RSI is a lagging indicator, and we kind of have to wait on that. I want to see some good buy signals first. I want to see some trends break. Man, that's the real kicker. Seeing some trends break. Thank you, Kelly. She said, have fun with the fam. I'll have, check this out, 6 kids instead of 5. I'll have 3 girls instead of 2 and 3 boys. Gonna be a day. Put it that way. DOM footprints are cool for scalping. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Evening, Nick. What's up, brother? Thomas Wilson. What's up, dude? Baby Doge. Yeah, we can talk about them. I'll try to write them down on the next hour stream we have because I realize I probably should have went over them. Yeah, Trey Jeremy says, "What's up, yo, Nick?" All right, so let's look at XLM since it was brought up. That's a good one to look at. Recently, you're seeing again similar situation to ADA where it jumped over the 21 EMA and the AMA together. Same situation as ADA, hasn't broken trend in a very long time. I'm to believe this is going to continue until I see evidence otherwise. Okay, now I'll show you one that hasn't happened, and that would be Ethereum. Ethereum has not jumped over the 8 and 21 EMA, as you see. I even have it listed here what I think is going to happen because, as you see, there are forward pivots here. I can go into it a little deeper, but I think things may change here. I'm not positive on it, so we're trying to be careful here. I assume the new pivot to be up here. It's a mathematical equation. We'll see. But either way, hasn't gone over the 8 EMA yet, but one candle. Definitely hasn't jumped 2 over. So some of these charts look better than others. Bitcoin, however, battling the 21 EMA right now. And I have this range set right here that I expect to hold. I expect price to bounce back and forth in between this range. There is a CME gap up here, which is right at the top of this current range, which is roughly 35,500. I'm expecting it to bounce back and forth a little bit here, okay? Real quick, let me jump over to, let's look at some stocks here. Let's look at the Dow. Similarly to the Dow, or to crypto, the Dow Jones here. You're having the exact same issue. Okay. You've got a trend here that you're still under, hasn't broken it. You do have a short-term trend here that did break. Okay, that's cool. I'm here for that. Cool. So scalping may have a play here. However, be very mindful that that upper trend line has not broken. And since that upper trend line hasn't broken, let's look at the high time frame real quick. Jumping back over the 8 EMA on the weekly, that's not bad. It did fool around here on the weekly and go down under and show you a sale. Did bounce off the 236 fib. Rarely does that fib hold water. It's just a zone. We'll see if this fails farther. Looking at the monthly, doji candle at the bottom on the monthly that ends in 1 day. Interesting, because this could be a morning star pattern. Okay, morning star pattern works as such. When you have a full solid body candle like this, followed by a doji candle at the bottom, you tend to see a reversal off of that zone. Here it is. It has support off of the 21 EMA, which is a support line. Could this become a morning star and reverse back up? Very well could. We could run back up and have another hard pullback here before we have a fall again. Hard pullback up. Now, what do the indicators say? Indicators say it's ugly. So let's be careful. Let's separate that to the SPX, which is the S&P 500. S&P 500 looks very similar. What you're seeing here is the top 500 companies are pretty much controlling all the liquidity. And that's where all the tradings happen because the volatility has come in. A lot of people are trying to make a lot of money. Same situation, though, on the S&P 500 with this doji candle here at the bottom. Very well could see a morning star pattern pop up and at least show some temporary reversal, perhaps to the 8 EMA on the weekly or monthly. Fully possible. I don't want to crystal ball that because, as you're seeing here, that's a failure. That's a failure. That's the beginning of a hanging man. And a hanging man pattern, how does that sound to you? Sound good or bad? Sounds bad. Real quick, does TradingView or any other software bot alert you to which coins are crossing the 821 EMA? You can set up alerts. I don't do that. I just chart them all independently. But I believe you can do that, yeah. NASDAQ was choppy as hell today. My moon was like, nah, I'll set. Russian ruble tradable or those sanctions make it a no-go. My broker pulled the Russian ruble off. And they also pulled off any Luna assets or any Luna perpetual contracts that I could do as well, which kind of sucked because I wanted to swing the shit out of that thing, but they took it off. Didn't China Matt write an Andy that shows warnings? That could be in the custom indicator. I think he might have, but I don't really remember. He wrote a lot of scripts, and they're all in the custom indicator section that you can go actually look through and find yourself. There's an assassins panel. There's a ton of information there in the Discord. By the way, here you go. Here's all the information that you could ever need right here on the website. Give it a second to load. All right, cool. There it is. We have a ticker showing the top 100 coins. Right here is our Discord. You want to join? Just click the Discord link right here. You can join. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. Now, it's not fully unlocked, but it is free. We have information over there for you to help learn with. Want to get full access? It's either $8 or $16. You click right here. 8 gets you partial access. 16 gets you full access. I will go ahead and tell you this $8 thing won't last forever. It will be gone soon. We'll just be only doing $16. Why? Because not many people do the $8 one. Let's be realistic. That being said, if you want a private one-on-one session, consult between me and you, perhaps you're having a hard time learning things, or you want to take this deeper. You want to learn other stuff. You know some stuff, but you have questions that you want to ask one-on-one. Right here's a consult calendar for you, $150 per session. I have times available in July, on July 9th at 8, 9, and 10 a.m. That's my first available time. If you need an earlier time, Tony the Node Savage and I believe Nick will be having classes or sessions open up, consults one-on-one with you. If you'd like to consult with one of those guys are very good TA guys too. It's not just me, it's a family. It's 11:30. I hope everyone enjoyed. We had 75 people on the night, only in 30 minutes, which is awesome. I'll be back again tomorrow, 1 p.m. I'll try to get in as much information as I can. Thank you all for coming. In the words of the late, great, notorious B.I.G., you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. I appreciate that shit. Thank you all. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.